Hello there, and welcome to Women's Business.
My name is Dr. Marianne Shallcross Smith, known to most as Dr. Daycare, and this is my co-host, Amy Vogel. We'd like to welcome you to our mentoring program designed to educate our community on issues facing working women. We will be speaking to our guests in the areas of art, sciences, health, education, law, medicine, politics, community service, military, and business.
The goal of the show is to provide information that comes only from personal experience and to pass this information down to our daughters, nieces, neighbors, family, and friends. Much of the content will relate to the guest speaker's journey in their profession, what they have learned most about this process, and what they wished they had known before this journey began. Since women-owned businesses are the fastest growing sector of our economy, my guests will close with what lesson they would like to pass on to the viewing audience. Hello, and welcome to Women's Business. My name is Amy Vogel, and this is my co-host, Marianne Shallcross Smith. Today, we will be discussing nutrition with Justine Votta, who owns and operates New Level Nutrition in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Welcome, Justine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for being on the show.
I'm honored.
So, you just opened a new storefront called New Level Nutrition in September.
We did, yes.
So, how did you get from where you are today, from here to there? So, if someone wants to open a store, where's your passion lie? How did it happen? What was your journey?
Okay. I found the company that I'm working with about five years ago. I started using the products and I felt extreme energy. I went on to lose 21 pounds that I didn't even realize that I had to lose. That was just kind of like a perk.
That is a perk. That's a really big perk. To get a job and lose weight, that's a real perk.
And I was in college at the time. I love children. I wanted to help children. That's where my passion lies. So I went to school for psychology and human development. As I'm losing this weight, though, all of my friends and coworkers were asking me, what I was doing. So I started to help them. I didn't see it as a business opportunity at the time. I just thought it was like a little extra money. I went on to finish school. I found a job in my field, and I loved it. I felt comfortable right away, and I thought this was a place where I would spend a long time, and I did. Again, it started happening, though, that everyone wanted to know what I was drinking, where did I get my energy from, playing with the children, and just throughout the day. So I started helping more people at my new job, and helping those people. These people were teachers and parents of children. And I just kind of saw my whole vision go full circle because I was helping parents and teachers, and that was giving them more energy to play with children and have a better just overall positivity and all of those things. So that's kind of when I thought to myself, maybe this is something that I want to do full time, but I'm not letting go of that passion for helping children. It's just in a different way.
Great.
Nutrition is a very hot topic. It really is. I mean, I've been on this earth for nearly 64 years, and it was like talked about a little bit in the past, but the last 5 or 6 years, it is really, 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 it's a conversation piece. And you don't go out too often with relatives and friends, and even at the teacher's room, at the lunch table, everyone's talking nutrition. I go to open up my refrigerator at work, and it says 80% of what you eat, 20% of exercise. That's usually I've heard a lot of different things, but that one says it a lot too. Okay. So tell me, and you're talking to a novice here, so it's really good. So the questions I ask are coming right directly from my heart. How much these shakes, because a lot of the people are drinking, how much really should you drink in a day or a week? Is it all shakes?
Well, no. People sometimes say, I don't think I could do that. I like to chew my food. I love to chew my food personally, and I do often. We replace 2 meals a day with our shakes, and that they're healthy, well-balanced, government standard, full balanced meal.
So if you have 3 meals a day, two of them would be shakes.
Yes, and then we also implement at least 2 healthy snacks in between. So there's actually food 3 times a day, which a lot of people don't know until they are introduced to our program.
Wow. So why would someone want to get introduced to the program? Like, what would be a motivator? Besides losing weight, I think everyone's
Right.
like needs to lose
Right.
weight in our heads, even if we don't have to lose weight.
When I first found the company, it was because my aunt had lost, I don't know the exact number, maybe about 40 pounds.
Wow.
So she got our family into it, and I didn't think it was really for me because, like I said, I didn't realize that I needed to or should maybe lose a little bit of weight. For me, it was the energy as a college student, and I had 2 part-time jobs, and I saw her energy, and that's where I got started. So it's weight loss, but it's maintenance. It's having a quick, healthy meal that you
Yes.
can just throw in a blender or shake up with everyone's busy lifestyles. And we get a lot of people from just how I got started, family and referrals, and that means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
Well, how did what in the product creates energy?
All natural caffeine, or just not only that, maybe perhaps I shouldn't have started with that, just the body getting exactly what it needs and nothing more. So a lot of the time people don't realize, their daily recommended fiber or vitamin A or vitamin C, but when you get those things, it's just like, fueling a car, and your body it runs in the way that it's supposed to, and amazing things can happen, I think.
It's almost like your body gets tweaked because you got enough fiber, you got enough vitamins,
Definitely.
and the shake is giving you exactly what your body needs, so it just stops the overeating. I'm assuming.
So you don't go into the food coma,
Right.
Food coma, I like that, Amy.
which is easy to do.
I get one of those twice a day.
We find a lot of people don't find time to eat throughout the day, and then they're eating heavier meals at night.
Absolutely.
And that's where weight gain or fatigue can definitely happen. So where people say, do I have to drink a shake forever? We fall in love with the shake, so most people probably do want to have one for breakfast most of the time throughout their life after they've had such a result on it. However, you don't have to drink shakes forever, because we're teaching you a lifestyle of eating, those 5 or 6 times a day, and what to eat, and we help with giving snack lists and good food and bad food lists and all of those things, really whatever the person needs, and then really, really, really good follow-up. We almost become best friends. Some people say they talk to me more than their friends.
I believe it. You got what they need, and they're feeling good. They got the energy. They're losing weight. I'd be talking to you a lot too. There's a book out there, Eat This, Not That. So tell me, what would you substitute? Like, what's a good snack that you can munch on?
We try to, now, like I said, I love food. I'm full-blooded Italian, so
Me too.
I just
Half-blooded.
try to substitute anything that I would like to have. A lot of people think you have to have chicken and broccoli, and that's the only thing you can eat. I pick my favorite meals, and I try to just swap the bad item for a good item. So tacos,
Yep.
ground beef versus ground turkey, a part skim cheese versus your full fat cheese. What else do we do? You can do it in a salad versus adding the corn shell, just little things like that. So I try to teach people it's a lifestyle,
Yes,
so
it
you don't
is.
want to cut out everything that you love, because then you won't stick to it. And there are those times, if you're always doing what you're supposed to be doing, cheating here and there, it's not going to affect anything.
So let's go back to the child aspect. You spent some time in preschool,
I did.
and you definitely have gone into nutrition now. How do we start young children eating the right foods? Give parents the best advice you can give them, because don't you feel like that's the imprinting? That's
I
where
do.
children, like, okay, you just did potty on the toilet, here's a lollipop. No. I mean, I did that 40 years ago, would never do that today. That's not the way I train my teachers. But how do you get out of that mindset that every time a child does something, you don't give them food as reward?
Right.
Because I think that we're really
I think-
teaching them, I'm using inappropriate habits for their body for the future.
Right, and that is a lot of it's in society today. I
It
think
is,
it
it is.
starts with the parent, and that's exactly part of why I moved forward with this, because I was seeing parents go from giving a reward like popcorn or something like that to like strawberries, or even our products are safe for children because there's nothing diet related. It's just a full, healthy, well-balanced meal. So I have friends who make the shake into like ice cream and put a couple sprinkles on it for their child, or so I think it starts with the parent. If you're always eating healthy and you have those things in your home, then that's what you're going to share with your child. And then again, once in a while, if they're at a birthday party or something and someone gives them a lollipop, you're not going to think it's so awful because it's only once in a while.
Yeah.
So it definitely starts with giving the parent the knowledge.
I think begins with giving the parents the knowledge. How do you find, Aim? You got a 5-year-old.
I think it's giving the parents the knowledge and the grandparents supporting it.
Yeah, that's a really good piece. Yes, I honestly know it's got to be a family. It's got to be a family's got to take a village to raise a child. It takes a family to really, really, really support all those
in
pieces.
our society, we equate food as a reward. And most of the food we equate to the reward is a sweet treat.
Yes.
It's never like, oh, have some broccoli. This will make you feel better.
I've never done that my entire life, no.
Although broccoli does taste amazing. I love broccoli. It's Avery's like, Mommy, if I do this, can I get a munchkin? Mommy, if I do this, can I have ice cream from a neighborhood ice cream store? It's never, Mommy, if I do this, can I have
broccoli
or asparagus? We have switched her like to go from maybe blueberries and strawberries with a little Cool Whip on top. Do you know what I mean? Something that's still feel like the sweet but healthy.
Right.
I think that's just, I think our society in general, since I've been a child, since you've been a child, it's a dessert, a sweet treat. The way you end it, it's all about that reward that really shouldn't, it just became a reward. I don't think it really needs to be the reward. And I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
You're guilty of it. When they go visit
extremely.
you, it's just, oh my God, I have this, I have that, you know, and it's usually based around.
I mean, I can talk
Food.
this conversation here, but the minute you put me into a supermarket, I revert back to this young child inside myself, like, oh my God, Lucky Charms. The kids are coming over, they're going to be sleeping over, they'd love to have Lucky Charms.
My grandma does that.
You see, but still, it's like, it's got to be a whole family change. It's like, keep the Lucky Charms and bring in Cheerios. It really needs to be a whole family change.
Maybe that's why it stuck with our family, because my grandmother lost weight on their products too.
There you go.
On the note of it being reward, it's so rewarding to me when parents bring their children into the nutrition club, and we do have half-size shakes, which I think is
Nice.
awesome, and we have one called birthday cake, so I don't even know if the kids love the flavor or the sprinkles. But,
You put sprinkles on anything, my daughter will eat it.
it's become like, Mom, after school, can we go get a shake? And that's
Nice.
just so rewarding for me, because it's not just the parent who's getting this result, but it's the child saying, I love shakes and I love this place, and kids love to come there, and there's not even like there's maybe a handful of toys, but they just love it, and the positive environment, and that they get a shake, and their mom doesn't mind getting them a few times a week because it's good for them.
Yeah. Now, what's the average shake would cost an adult to have one of them? I'm sure they're making it at the house, or they can go to your place to have a drink too.
Yes, they can make
That's,
them at
that's
their
a whole
home.
new world out there. You go to a shake store and get a
I think
shake.
they realize the shake industry in general is people want that community.
Yeah.
People want to have it along with somebody else and the support. Doing it at home, alone, in your kitchen.
Yeah.
If you're having a struggle with weight loss, it's very hard to be by yourself in it. Where if you go somewhere like your shop, your store, you have everyone after the same goal. It's like a mission together.
Right.
It's much easier than trying to.
Absolutely. We have people say that that they need to come in on a certain day because it's they're touching base and they're having a healthy conversation, and what is so and so cooking for dinner tonight, and have you tried this new exercise place, and I love it, and you know, people are signing up for like walks and runs together that didn't know each other before they stepped foot into the nutrition club. So it's been really rewarding.
It's amazing work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Amazing work. I mean, there's not too many people I speak with that, you know, what they drink or they gamble. Not many. But everyone has this, I'm going to use it, eating problem. We all never like happy enough with our weight. We're never happy what we had for dinner. I mean, I go to bed at the end of the night, I used to say my prayers, and I was like, did I have a good day eating? You know what I mean? It's like such part of our culture. And this is such a different form to like undo all that
feel like
and
it's
think
the
positive.
Opposite. When someone comes in, they've had a really bad day. They step into the nutrition club and they say, it's literally the opposite of society. Like everyone
Yes.
Instead of
behaves
going for
so
a glass of
differently.
wine or a drink after work, you go for something healthy. It makes you feel good.
People have literally said, I like sitting at this bar better than that other kind of bar.
Wow.
It costs less every way around.
So we all agree that this is really good for you. Nutrition is amazing. I mean, every aspect of everybody in human needs to get every piece of knowledge they can. I go with, I take bits and pieces from different things, but Dr. Phil once said when he wrote his book several years ago, don't bring into the house, because if you bring into the house, you'll eat it. And I truly believe it. I could bring in a loaf of Italian bread, because I'm half Italian, and I bring it and like, okay, this is going to be, so I'll have a piece. And by 3 days, the whole loaf is gone. It's amazing how and to know that
Well, it
there's
tastes
good
so
nutrition
good.
today.
Like,
Oh,
let's
it
be
does.
honest. With the crusty.
I know. Oh God, I'm sitting here thinking of
If you
it.
have olive oil and garlic, you're in.
Wow, it's totally amazing. Yeah.
I'm really not helping the nutrition.
But you like broccoli too.
I love
Yeah,
broccoli.
she does broccoli
I
too.
like,
It's a balance,
when it
isn't
comes
it?
to like food, there's not much food I don't like. I can't really think of anything actually.
So it sounds to me too like you're in a family business. Amy and I are in a family business.
I know. I
So
love
how is that? Tell us about it. Maybe you can give us some hints on this too. You're giving us a good job on nutrition.
It's amazing.
Shakes, yeah.
Almost in the same way I see that you have, both gender in your family, working in the business. There's not just room for male or female. So my father, he owns a masonry company, and he helped with the entire inside of the building of the nutrition club, which was so cool because every day I go in there and like he literally built that with his hands.
That's
so
awesome.
Oh, that's
super
amazing.
Rewarding. My aunt introduced me to the products. My grandmother helps at her nutrition club. My brother.
Your grandmother has a nutrition club?
My grandmother helps at my aunt's nutrition
Oh wow,
club.
that's awesome.
So
My
cool.
brother works with me daily. My stepmother had a huge part in opening the nutrition club, and my mom, she works in the field of social work. So maybe she's, like the one person in the family that hasn't jumped into Herbalife, but she is the most supportive person. She comes by a couple times a week with my younger sister, and like I said, maybe it's not her thing per se, but
She's supporting.
absolutely,
Support's
like
important.
1000%. You guys should see her Facebook post. She's so proud of us.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is great.
So it's super rewarding, and I had a fear that I wasn't sure if I was making the right decision when I left childcare.
It takes a risk.
It's a
Yeah,
huge
your
risk.
risk ticket. Yeah.
So all of these things coming back, even just sitting here with you, that really came full circle. So it's really rewarding. It's God telling me that I'm doing something right.
Yeah, you're following your heart, you're
Yes,
following your passion, and you can tell that it's you. It's totally you. Every time you talk about it, you just smile. It's so cool.
I'm very
It really
happy
is.
with
Yes.
it. I'm very
But it
happy
can
with
be scary, I think, stepping outside that comfort zone.
Yes.
Or whatever your life plan you thought was
Right,
going to be. I'm
for
going to go to
such a long
college.
time.
I'm going to graduate college. I'm going to go on this track of my career, and this is my life. And then all of a sudden you're in it, and you're like, oh wait, I don't think this is the path that I was intended for.
Right.
And then you're off, and that risk is scary. But you did it, and it worked out well.
Yes. Yes.
Now, is the hours that you would put into a what's the correct term? I call it shake shop.
A
or what
nutrition club?
nutrition club. The nutrition club. Like, what are the hours? Like a restaurant? Are you open like weekends and nights?
Well,
and
that
if someone wants to go
depends.
into this business, certainly contact you. But what would be the commitment here?
That depends on the owner. Now,
Okay.
it's nice. You can kind of plan your lifestyle around it. So anyone who knows me knows I'm not a morning person. Our nutrition club opens at 9:30. I know other nutrition clubs that open at 6 a.m. So it's really up to the person. We open at 9:30 and we close at 7. So we get that
The afternoon crowd.
later crowd, and people are coming in after the gym or after work for dinner, and they want to have a shake for dinner, but maybe they don't want to make it at home because we can kind of spruce it up a little bit for them and make it, seem like they're out for a treat. So,
Yes, it is.
yes, our hours are later in the day, but we've found that some people will still ask, you should open earlier, and eventually we will.
Yeah.
But for right now, it was so cool that I got to decide. So
Yeah.
that was
Yes,
really,
absolutely. You can pick the hours that work for you. Now, how about weekends? Is it open weekends?
we're open on weekends.
Oh my God,
Yep.
you're busy.
Yep.
You
So
we
work
don't
7
stay. We
days a
don't
week?
stay open that late, just till 3 o'clock on
Oh, that's good.
Saturdays and Sundays. Yes, I work 7 days a week. Even while working at Dr. Daycare, I worked at a restaurant on the weekends.
Oh, so you were always working.
You got the
7
energy.
And if you've kind of worked your whole life, my mindset is, why not work for something that's your own? So I haven't taken being an entrepreneur as like taking a seat back at all. I don't really, give myself that time off because I didn't have it before, so I wasn't used to it.
And
It's in your blood.
really your work sounds like play.
It
so
is. It's socializing.
So whether you're
and
sitting there or sitting in your house, it sounds like sitting at the nutrition store is
Good
much more
time.
exciting.
Yes, you're right. It
Now,
is.
in all of your experiences so far, and your experiences with your customers, how many of them maintain their goal? So let's say their goal was to, I'm going to guess most people go with the goal to lose weight initially.
Yeah.
And then from there it's to maintain the weight loss, and then from there it's just to be healthy.
Right.
I think we all, for most people, it's like you want to lose weight.
Yep.
Then you want to maintain that. Then you realize, it's not even about the weight anymore. Now it's just about being
As
healthy.
a person, yeah.
So how many people maintain the weight loss and get to that I want to be healthy level?
So I would say because of, the support system and that they know there's always this hub kind of place that they can go back to check into and kind of be, it's almost like when they walk in, they're kind of looking in the mirror.
Yep.
I would say like 90% of people are sticking to it, reaching their goal in, depending what it is, but say on average in 3 to 4 months. And then their goals change though along the way, which is so amazing to see people come in as one person and not leave but move on as another. So we have people who their goal was to lose 40 pounds, but now they're at 38 pounds and their goal is to run a faster mile.
That's great.
And that is so cool. It's amazing.
It sounds like you're coaching them all along the way.
Yes, definitely.
That's great.
We make a lot of friends in the business, and like I said, it's so rewarding when they then send us their friends and family.
Oh,
'Cause that's the
absolutely.
people that they care about the most, and they're trusting me to help them. So
That's great. Now, what about the opposite side? As someone loses the weight they want to lose, and maybe, let's say, falls off the wagon, so to
Right.
speak, and starts gaining the weight back, how do you then encourage them to say, this is okay, we can do this again? Because I think sometimes it becomes like you're discouraged. Like, I
Right.
can't lose the weight, now my pant size is higher, or whatever the case may be. So how do you keep them motivated to say, nope, we're going to do this again, you're going to try again, you're going to make it work?
we say, love everyone where they are. That's a term that we use a lot. So someone
Nice.
might come in and maybe they're overweight because we, track that and found their BMI and everything like that. But they tell you that they would like to start on just a maintenance plan of 1 shake a day. That's amazing. It's amazing that they walked in the door. And then even so, like you were saying, if someone kind of does get started full force but then falls off the wagon, we're just really offering them the support where they are. Kind of maybe they're going to tell us that personal reason why they fell off, and we're just going to support them in that and not even mention weight loss or their plan or anything like that. So I've had conversations with people that have nothing to do with Herbalife. And just kind of love them where they are, and then they feel comfortable to come back when they're ready, and everyone comes back.
So it's very judgment free.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
good
sure.
way of
Having a
looking
mom
at it.
that's a social worker, I'm sure you learned that at a young age.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not. I think a lot of times when you do, whether you're stepping into a gym, a nutrition center, or whatever the case may be, you're becoming vulnerable in a moment if you're trying to lose weight.
Right.
So that gives them like, okay, no one's going to judge me if I gain 5 pounds next week, or no one's going to judge me if I don't come for 2 months and then I get back on it. It's going to be how to support oneself.
Right.
And I think that's a huge message when people are trying to come with the struggle of weight loss. Or
Definitely.
It is a struggle for a lot of people.
Definitely. And it can be a struggle as a coach. My brother and I talk about it all the time. If someone is gaining weight, you might feel, or staying the same, you might feel that you're not doing your job.
Yes.
So it's important to kind of, maybe know what's going on in that person's life a little bit, if they'll open up to you and support them where they are.
And you got a product that's been around for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
how long has it been around
Oh
for?
my
I don't even know.
God.
This is, we had the 35th anniversary in
Yeah.
July.
35 years?
Yes.
I honestly thought it came up probably in 2002, 2003.
No, Ron.
It's in,
Ron told me him and his
90
first wife were on it back in.
over 90 countries.
Yeah.
35 years.
Back in the
So
70s.
almost a little bit younger than me.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
A little bit younger than me.
A little bit younger. So that product's been around a while, so it's tried
I
and
honestly
true.
thought it was like
No.
5 years.
I
mean, not 5, like 2002, 2003.
It's part of what helped me make the leap.
Yeah, you got
because,
a
I had
solid
strong
product.
company,
You got a
yeah.
solid
Yeah,
company
I
there. You
believed
really
in
do.
it, so I
Yes, you do.
thought, if everyone else can do it, why not me?
If someone's interested in getting into this business, you would be a great contact. How would they contact you? Have your website or phone number?
New Level Nutrition has a page on Facebook, and the Facebook page has our hours and our phone number and
Fantastic.
our address.
Right. And tell us about the Your favorite shake? What's your favorite shake to make?
My favorite shake is the peanut butter Oreo. It's so delicious.
Is it
Peanut
really
butter
Oreo?
Oreo? Wow.
Well, all of our shakes start off with the base of Herbalife, so normal cookies and cream flavor that you could take home, and then we're adding actually a powdered peanut butter, so less calories.
Like the PB.
Yes,
kinda,
and there is a little sprinkle of Oreo, but everything in moderation. So anything we're adding, the shakes are still under 300 calories, which is amazing, and you probably can't go out and grab lunch or dinner for the same
you
amount.
can't. And get all those
No matter
nutrients.
how hard you're trying.
And how long does it fill you up for? Because I think that's my concern. Again, I like to eat.
Super hungry. We make them nice and icy. We throw in a scoop of protein, so they're 24 ounces. A lot of people are shocked by how big they are.
I would never guess. I would have thought
And
8 or 10. For
I would say maybe 3 to 4 hours, and then you should be snacking or going to bed or
24
Or
ounces
sleeping.
is a lot for 300 calories. That's amazing.
Yes, it's a big shake. and
I'm
it's
glad
very
you
filling.
added that. I'm thinking it was like 8
Oh,
ounces.
no, it's a big one.
You could sip on that for a while.
You can make it as large as you'd like to
Yes,
at
I get
home,
that.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big.
So peanut butter Oreo is your favorite.
Oh, so delicious.
I can
Yeah, I
tell
would
by
like
the
that.
smile. Yeah.
I'm gonna have one when I go back.
Nice.
Oh, wow. And where is your place located?
Cedar Swamp Road in Smithfield. It's
We know
right by
Cedar
Apple
Swamp.
Valley. It's right on the corner.
Now, did you build this from the ground or did you rent space?
It's a rented space. I feel that it was really, really meant to be because we were told the space was open for like 5 years before, and I had known Herbalife for that long,
Oh, wow.
so it was kind of ironic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know which way life will take you.
Yes.
So crazy.
If there's one lesson you learned from this whole experience, outside of nutrition, but just for you, what would you say that is?
To treat difficult differently. I was kind of scared to make that leap because I thought it would be difficult, and I did it, and it was difficult, but difficult was good. Difficult meant we were growing. Difficult meant I was going in the direction that was going to make me, most happy and feeling most rewarded. And like you said, you can tell that I feel that way.
Oh yes, it halos you. You are definitely into this. Wow.
If someone ever wanted to do it, just need to walk right in, just try it once, right?
Yes, we love having people walk in for the first time, and we don't have a problem, sampling you a child-sized shake or
that's good to know.
something like that, because it's scary getting started. So
Well, I think also everyone, like, maybe it's just me personally, it's like you have like, oh, shake isn't a fix-all. Do you know what I mean? Like you
Right.
get that thought about there's no quick fix. Not that I'm saying this is quick.
no, right.
But it's like, oh,
I
I
get
can't
it.
just drink my meals. But as you said, you can chew them as well.
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds. You can drink a couple, chew one or two. That's pretty cool,
As
really.
long as someone walks in the door, they're kind of open to the idea. So then we get the products inside of them, and they feel great, and it just stems from there. So
And it's all approved through the U.S. government. I don't know.
yes, we have an amazing board of doctors. Someone who used to run the FDA, a Nobel Prize laureate, is on our team of doctors. Our CEO used to be the CEO of Disney.
Oh,
It's
really?
amazing.
That's so cool. Now that's fun.
It's super fun. That's probably why you've been hearing about it in the past few years. He's so good at branding,
Marketing and
Herbalife
branding.
has yes, exactly.
I mean, I would say in the last 5 years, it's
Oh, it's booming. It's
Definitely.
booming. Everyone you talk to, you have to go out for an evening that someone is actually trying it, doing shakes. It's amazing.
And
It's
I-
growing.
And I think going from direct sales is great, but going into a storefront and having that community approach is definitely going to expand its market because now you're doing it as a group versus by
A
yourself.
team, absolutely. Whoever came up with that idea is definitely in it for a long time and really sounds like totally the welfare of people.
I'm thankful for that person, whoever
Yeah.
thought of that idea.
Yeah, well, look at it. Gave you a business, a woman in business, which is absolutely wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being on the
Justine,
show.
thank you very much for coming in today, and I learned a lot of valuable information.
Yes,
It was great talking.
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you very much, Justine.